So you're making a play on capital appreciation and building wealth over time. It seems like everybody is so keen on investing their money in GTA real estate right now. And it begs the question, where should you invest and what should you invest your money into? And is the GTA really even the best place to invest your money in real estate in the first place? So in this video, I'm going to go over why the GTA, if I think it will continue to be a good investment, and make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to give you my top investment recommendations right now at this very moment in 2022. So before we start off this video, I really want to talk about the word best because everyone's going to have their own slightly different variation of what the best investment is. Is it a penny stock, a blue chip stock? The same thing applies to real estate, right? Different goals, cash flow, capital appreciation, ROI, rental yield. My team and I work with a large portfolio of real estate investors, and being an investor myself, I feel like I wanted to put out a video to kind of give you a little bit of clarity on my stance on the GTA as a real estate investment destination and where I see the market going in the future. If you like this type of real estate content, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, or not, totally cool, but it helps me grow and I'd really appreciate it. So why has GTA real estate performed so well? If you've owned any piece of GTA real estate over the past few years, you've probably had some phenomenal returns from it. And we can really boil it down to one specific reason as to why GTA real estate has exploded. And it's due to a supply shortage. We have a massive amount of demand and we're simply not building enough houses to meet the massive amount of demand to live here in the GTA. So let's put some numbers to this for a second. In 2018 and 2019, we built enough housing to accommodate a population increase in the GTA of about 155,000 residents. However, our net immigration inflow exceeded 252,000 new residents in that same time period. So every single year that we're not building enough homes puts our housing inventory further and further behind. And in fact, Scotiabank actually released a report recently stating that we're about 650,000 houses short per capita of the national average at the moment. So I want to be clear for a second. I'm not completely blaming immigration. That is not the sole root cause of our real estate boom. We have our own natural population growth. I'm only using these net immigration numbers to prove a point. So let's think about this for a second. We start about 80,000 new builds a year. So at that rate, being down over 650,000 new homes, it would take 8 years just to catch up to the national homes per capita average. So is real estate a safe investment in the GTA? Well, I really think the proof is in the numbers on this one, and you can decipher them for yourselves. So another question I got asked is, will Toronto real estate continue to perform as well as it has in the recent years? So here's my answer to this. We only know what we know right now. We only have the information that we have right now, assuming that the factors that we're looking at stays the same. So high levels of population growth, both internally and externally from immigration, assuming that the GTA continues to be a desirable place to live with an abundance of, jobs and amenities that attract people into the area, and assuming that interest rates stay at reasonable levels. When I say reasonable, I don't mean that they have to stay at 2 or 3% like they are currently, but as long as they don't triple or quadruple up into 8 or 10 or 12%, I think GTA real estate is a very stable place to put your money for the reasons I just outlined above. Now, can you actually get positive cash flow in the GTA if you're buying into the market at the current prices? And chances are you will not see a positive cash flow if you're buying in the market right now. So the reason for this is that rental prices lag slightly behind market prices. So you're making a play on capital appreciation and building wealth over time, not necessarily a play on cash flow and putting an extra 100 or 200 bucks in your pocket at this point in time. In the future, as rental rates catch up, you may start to see positive cash flow, but at this point in time, if you're buying in right now, generally you'll not see positive cash flow for maybe a couple of years from now. However, there are a few ways that you can actually squeeze some extra rent or cash flow out of your property and maybe make it a positive cash flow property. And I'm going to outline them right here. So we've got multifamily residential coming in at number 1. So multifamily residential, meaning duplex, triplex, any sort of home where you actually can rent out more than just one portion of it. I think that this is a great way to get some positive cash flow or get some extra rental income out of it. We've got Airbnb and short-term rental. So obviously when you take a rental, when you take a monthly rental, you divide it up into smaller pieces and you rent those pieces out either daily or by the weekend or by the week. The sum of all those pieces are generally going to be more than what a long-term tenant is going to pay you. So I think looking into short-term rentals or Airbnbs is an excellent option for positive cash flow. Keep in mind that in Toronto, there are some specific rules if you are going to go this route. And of course, you can look outside of the GTA. There may be properties outside of the GTA where you actually can get neutral or positive cash flow. So if you are willing to look outside a little bit, you might find one of them. All right, here's the part that you've all been waiting for. So before I jump into my recommendations, don't forget to like this video and please consider subscribing to my channel if you enjoy this type of real estate content. So here we go. If you are looking for an entry-level investment option in the GTA right now, I still think that condos make an excellent value proposition. I should clarify that with condos, location is an extremely important factor, more so than with any other asset class. So generally, the type of person who wants to live or rent your condo, they may not have a car. So they want to be close to things like work, transportation, amenities, entertainment, stores. So I don't recommend buying a condo in rural area or a low population town. I think they're harder to rent and harder to sell in the future. I do see a lot of new condo projects coming up in areas that I don't think would necessarily be a good idea to purchase a condo in. If you will have a little bit more cash or are willing to go outside the GTA a little bit, I think an entry-level freehold home such as a townhome or a semi, something with a basement or possibly a backyard is a great option. There's limited land available to build these types of homes in Ontario, so I think that in the future they're always going to be in demand. And finally, if you have a little bit more cash or a little bit more income to work with, I think a duplex or a multi-family home is going to be a phenomenal asset in the future. They provide great cash flow. However, these are generally one of the more costly types of investments that you can make in the real estate market right now. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you think is the best investment? Where is your money going next? Are you making a play on location on something like a downtown condo while everyone else is looking out in the suburbs? You are focused on having a prime location. Are you looking for a townhome? Are you going to buy something freehold with a basement, maybe a backyard? Or are you going to be looking in maybe another province? I want to know in the comments down below. Let me know where your next investment is going to be. If you do want to book some time to chat with me about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, just hit the link below and book a time. I'd love to connect with you. Thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss any of my new real estate content I've got coming out on this channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.